Hey y'all, how is it going? Super happy to be here, to be up this morning. I am currently running on, 4 hours of sleep, like 4 hours, 15 minutes of sleep. I don't feel like overly tired though. I was kind of tired when I woke up this morning, I definitely could have slept an extra few hours. But I decided to get up and get started with the day. And the reason for me only getting 4 hours of sleep is going to be the topic of this video today. And basically the whole synopsis topic of this video is going to be about just doing what it is that you have set your heart out, I guess, to do. And respecting yourself and what it is that you're saying that you want to do, and just going for it and not thinking too much about doing it, but understanding what it actually takes to make things happen and just doing them. Like, why is it so complicated? So yeah, I'm gonna give you kind of like what I went through yesterday, because that's what inspired this video. Basically, yesterday I was with my friend Chantel, and she's a business owner like me. She does lashes, and I put her information if you're ever in Arizona. She also does some work in LA too. But yeah, so she does lashes, and we've known each other, I want to say, since I've been 16 or 17, and I'm getting ready to be 22 this year. I don't know how many years that is. You can count it up. But anyways, yeah, so we met working at a shoe store, Journeys, at the mall when we were both in high school. And we hit it off. The way she'll tell it is that I didn't like her initially, but I don't be not liking nobody, so I don't know what she be talking about. But anyways, so we met there, and I think we both worked there for, I want to say, 2 or 3 years. And then we both decided to leave, not together or anything, but it just kind of happened all around the same time. Decided to leave and start our own businesses. She started learning how to do lashes and just took off with it. And so yesterday I was with her because we were getting our taxes together. We've both been doing our business for quite a few years, and I would give my tax information to my tax lady and just be like, just do it, handle it, whatever. And this year, things were just a little bit more tedious than they were the years before. So I was going to end up just paying my tax lady a whole bunch extra, because I wasn't trying to deal with it. I was like, I don't know any of this stuff. I don't want to try it. So I'm just going to spend the extra money to have her handle it, call it a day. I'm not even going to worry about it. And so she uses the same tax lady, but she doesn't pay her for to do everything. She does some of the steps herself and pays her for the other part. And so my friend, she was telling me, girl, you don't have to do that. You can easily do all of this stuff yourself. It's really not hard. It may seem like a lot and tedious, but it's really simple. And so I was like, okay, girl, just let's do it together so you can stay motivated, so I can stay motivated to do it and get it done, And so I went over to her house and we started working on it, started doing it, and she started I was asking her about some other things about business as well too, and just picking each other's brain. And as I'm talking to her, one thing that I'm realizing when I'm asking these questions of how were you able to do this for your business, and how does this just happen for you? She does classes, and I'm like, so did you just put a class out there? How are people taking your classes? Why are they interested? What? Help me to figure out what is it that I'm missing? And I realized that it wasn't any type of marketing skill, or it wasn't anything of the source that I was missing. It was the fact that when I'm listening to her speak, I'm being observant. I'm realizing this is the type of person that when they say they're going to do something or they think about doing something, it just makes sense to just do it. They don't leave space for all of these pre-thoughts to come in before they actually take action on something. The way that I asked her, I was like, how are you able just to do that? She is I just know what I want to do, and I make a plan on how to get there. And I feel like it's not as grandiose as we were like, okay, this is all I want to do. I'm going to make a plan to get there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it's just like you overcrowd your mind, and you overcrowd your, you overcrowd your mind with just like the compulsion of getting this thing done, which ultimately like pushes it away rather than having an approach of, yeah, this is something that I genuinely want. I don't understand why like I can't have it. If you had a cookout or something with your family and there's a whole bunch of food left over, and you go take a nap, you wake up and you go downstairs because you want a hot dog or you want a bread roll, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna wake up from that nap and be like, all right, here's the plan. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm going to go down the stairs so fast, so good, so like eagerly. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna grab me a hot dog. I'm gonna grab me a bread roll, put it on the plate so perfectly, and then I'm gonna put it in the microwave and warm it up. And then I'm gonna eat it. It's gonna be so good. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Or you know what? Maybe. Hold on, my tea's ready. You know, say that I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna eat it. It's gonna be so good, and then I'm gonna take a nap. Or you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go down the stairs super eagerly. Maybe I should just take a couple steps down, look around, take another couple steps, look around. Ooh, is anyone gonna judge me for going downstairs for a hot dog and a bread roll, even though I'm hungry? Dang, I don't know if I should. Who's gonna be down there? Who's gonna watch me eat that hot dog and that bread roll? Shoot, I don't know. Maybe I should just lay here. Maybe I should just continue to go back to sleep. And then I could plan tomorrow how to do it. Yes, tomorrow I could like really create a plan on how to get there, because I'm sure there'll still be food there tomorrow. So I'll grab it then. No, you're just gonna go down there and get you a hot dog and a bread roll, and you're not gonna think too much about it. You're just gonna get up and do it. And that's how I realized she approached it, because what she was telling me, I've heard it all before. No, I just wrote a plan down and was like, okay, I know I gotta do this day in order to make it happen by this day. Even if it takes me a little bit longer, I know I'm gonna get it done. It's just a very lax approach to it. And yes, while it was something that I've heard said before about how to get things done and make it happen, it's really about the approach and the thoughts that come with what it is that you're setting out to do. That's what I'm it's really the thoughts that come with it. It could have been, and so you could have had those thoughts about getting the hot dog and the bread roll. You could have had all those crazy thoughts and still went down to go get it, but it took you longer than it needed to, because otherwise, rather than just going down to go get it. So yeah, you could still, and that's what I realized I was at, because I was somebody who, I say a lot of things that I want to do, and I do really want to do them, but I give a lot of thought, unnecessary thought, before I actually do it. I'm getting ready to start some classes. I have been talking about doing these classes. Guess how long, guys? Guess how long I've been talking about doing these classes? Guess. I'll give you guys some time to figure it out. You got it? Okay, 2 years. Why? And I started really moving towards it 2 months ago with creating a curriculum. When the curriculum was done, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure what the next step is. I don't think I can really launch classes if my Instagram doesn't look a certain way. I have to get to a certain amount of followers first. I can't just launch it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Stop. There's not going to be a perfect moment, a perfect time to do something. There's just not. Just stop wasting your time. You think that, and you know what really made me realize this? I plan so I'm in my own apartment right now. I signed a lease for 12 months, right? no longer with my parents. I can't just be like, hey, want to stay a little bit longer. Is that cool? I mean, yes, I can stay a little bit longer and renew my lease, but I don't want to do that. I have plans that I want to do, like that I'm serious about doing for next year, but it's just a serious want right now. No, it is not a serious want right now. Before it was a serious want, but now it's something that I'm actually doing. Like, it's just like, I just feel like I just had a complete mindset change. Like, we're already 3 months into the year. Like, we have 9 months left. If you're somebody who plans for the year or whatever, or like what I did is I planned quarterly, and so I knew where I wanted to be by the end of March. I was not moving. Like, I wanted to be where I said I would be by the end of March. January, February, dragging my feet. And it's like, you don't genuinely want, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, stop saying you want stuff and you don't really want it for real, because you don't act like you do. And then stop getting upset when somebody calls you out on your BS and then you want to get mad at them. Like, no, thank them, because unlike you couldn't keep it a buck with yourself. And maybe it's a little aggressive being me, but that sometimes the truth comes out harshly. And sometimes that's enough to make it click for you and just be like, you know what? You're right. But yeah, I was not moving like I had the plans that I had for next year. Like, you don't want it for real. My client said something to me the other day. I really look at her as my mentor. Every time she comes in, she always just gives me like just what I need to hear for like wherever I'm at in my life. And I was telling her about like things that I wanted to do and everything. And she was keeping it a buck with me too. She was like, listen, you want a lot of things right now, but some things you want the life that you want right now without kind of like putting the work in to get it. So just like, you can have the life that you want, but you have to realize that you're gonna have to sacrifice some things to get there at this moment, to be able to experience it in the future. And so she was like, maybe right now what you need to sacrifice is your sleep. Because listen, me, I was gonna get 8 hours. I don't care. I don't care if I gotta miss the gym, if I gotta, just have things not be as tidy right off the bat whenever I go to sleep. Like, I was going to get my 8 hours. Like, it's just necessary. But it's not necessary. Now, granted, that's what science says and everything. But you can easily survive off of 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep if you really tried, and just taking care of yourself where you need to. But that sometimes, like, especially with being an entrepreneur and just like having bigger plans and bigger goals for yourself, like she said, you're gonna have to sacrifice some things. So she's like, and you're always gonna have to sacrifice if you want to continue to keep getting successful and growing as a person, growing in your business, whatever, growing financially. You're going to be sacrificing things. It's just gonna be a regular part of life at that point. So you need to start getting comfortable with it now. If you're not comfortable with sacrificing things now at this place that you're at, you will not ever be comfortable sacrificing the magnitude of things you'll have to sacrifice at this level. Get comfortable with not having everything right now. Like, I was trying to live a soft life and have all the money. And it's not to say like you can't do these things. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, because I'm going to do that, okay? But you can't do that without thinking you're going to have to do something to get there first. Even if somebody is taking care of your whole lifestyle, they paying for everything, you're going to have to receive it. There you go. That's doing something. You're just not going to get out of acting on what it is you want to do. 4 hours of sleep last night because I stayed up to create a flyer for my classes. And that felt good to me because I didn't just put it off. I didn't put off and be like, hey, I'll get to it tomorrow, because that's what always happens. I feel like, oh, I need this sleep, so I'll get to it tomorrow. But then my tomorrow is full with stuff that I have to do throughout the day. So if you're somebody and you're working a regular job, you're working a job that you don't want to work. Because right now, even though I'm self-employed and I do hair, I no longer want to be behind the chair. I don't mind being next to the chair and explaining to somebody what to do. But after that, I want to be able to do it anywhere. I could teach somebody how to do hair anywhere. So if you're working a job or you're doing something, anything in your life that you know you want to get out of, that you're ready for a change, I would really advise you to stop talking until it happens and just do it. Because when we continue to keep talking about things that we want to do, or say like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, our mind thinks we've already done it, so we won't even do it. Just shut up. Literally just stop talking. And if you want to share with the people, whatever. But you know that you struggle with saying things and not necessarily doing them, I wouldn't start speaking on it until you've actually started it. And not just saying everything. Like, don't be a blabbermouth. You need to keep some things to yourself so that you can prove it to yourself. Because I don't know, are you trying to prove it to somebody else that you could do it? Because if it's not for yourself, it's going to be temporary. So at that point, it really doesn't even matter. You can just get rid of it altogether. But do it for you. Like just do it. Like, I just feel so passionate about it because things are so simple. It's like, just do it. Stop thinking so much before it is not necessary. Go get your hot dog and bread roll, eat it, go back to sleep. It's just not complicated. Like, why are we wasting our time? Stop acting like you got time. Just make that change. You know what you need to do. My dad told me something. I can't remember how long ago it was. I want to say I was in high school or something, or maybe even middle school. What he said stuck with me. He probably don't even remember that he said it to me. But he said, I wanted to do, he went to Ohio State College, and he said, I really wanted to be on the football team. And he said he knew what he needed to do to be able to make the football team, but he just decided not to do it. And he missed out on a dream of his because of just inaction. It is a sin to know what you need to do and not do it. Stop telling yourself that you don't know how. I just don't know where to start. I just don't know. We can be very addicted to kind of like, there's something that I really want to do, but I'm just not taking the steps to do it. Like, we get addicted to the fear, and we think it's cute. We think it's cute to be, this super talented person, but just be like behind the shadows. We like when someone tells us, oh my gosh, you don't put this out there. And you're like, yeah, no, like, I don't. I don't know. It's not cute. It's not cute, because while you're steady sitting in your fears or whatever, the idea that you had, God is going to make sure that it happens. If you're not going to answer the call, be like, hello, when you're just sitting there breathing in the phone, God is hanging that phone up. Depending on who you are, he may preserve it for you, and he may continue to keep calling you. But if he on a time crunch and he got to get that idea out, he got to get that book out so that people can understand something new about their lives. Because the reality is, like, when you're doing something, we get so caught up in like our heads and what we're supposed to do, but it's not even about us. It's really not. Like, yes, for something that we're doing, but it's really for somebody else. Me starting these hair classes, there's probably a 15-year-old girl out there that wants to learn how to do hair because the environment that she's living in at home is just not good, but she'll do whatever it takes to make sure she has her own money and can get out of that situation. And me posting those classes is going to help her to make the money that she needs to, because she won't give up and she's going to be diligent about it. But she can only do that if I decide to not give up and be diligent about it. So, yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before that. It's not cute to sleep on yourself, because you're going to be however old, because you can start at any time. It doesn't matter the age, but you could be however old and be salty about what you didn't do. And that is just something that I don't want. That's something that I don't want for myself. I feel like that's kind of what helps me, what's going to help me to like keep striving towards things that I want to do, because I don't want to get to any point in my life and be like, dang, I should have. You want to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda nigga. You don't want to do it. It's not fun. And I'm sure my dad wanted to give me the ways he made the football team and what he did to do it and how I can do anything. And I mean, he still had some advice to give me, like whenever you know you need to do something, just do it. But it would have been a lot easier, most likely, for me to see that, oh, this person already did it. It's nothing for me to do it. These are the steps. Let me take them. But that is all that I have for today. Okay, I'm gonna say it, but I'm hearing Stephanie. I don't know who that is, or I want to say it's from God because I asked, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm just... I heard Stephanie. I'm just gonna run with it. That's what I heard. I know that you could do it. I know that I can do it. It's just not... I'm moving differently. Like, there's just not another option. There's not another option. Like, I believe in myself to get this done. And because of that, I'm not stopping. Like, you just cannot. I feel super strongly about it. But you need that desire. Have that burning desire to go and get what is yours. You're the only person in your way. The only person in your way. Don't do that to yourself. Don't sleep on yourself. Stop fooling yourself thinking that you got time. Make the time, because you know you got it. And you better not go and watch another video to try to get some more inspiration to look for another sign. Not until you take some action towards what it is that you need to do, what you want to do. Stop knowing what you need to do and not doing it. I believe in you. Hope. Let's get this work, okay? But yeah, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you. And I'ma see you guys next time. If you feel moved to save this for later, share it with somebody who you feel needs to hear it, please do so. If not, thank you for your time. Y'all have a good one.